Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Factorio. I'm Exterminator, and thanks for joining me. So, holy crap, we're on a new map. What's going on? Well, I'm starting a new single-player series. This is obviously the first episode for 0.12. If you didn't know, Factorio 0.12 was released today. It is experimental, obviously, but it's probably one of the biggest updates ever released in Factorio history since I've been playing, which has been like a year and a half or so. It has changed a lot, and I think it warrants a new playthrough. And you know, I'm probably going to do a lot of multiplayer stuff with it too once multiplayer things get fixed. But mostly, you know, the in-game got totally changed. If you want more detailed info on that, you can either check the forums, or I actually did a video going over a lot of the main changes, kind of an overview and showing you what the differences are and stuff. So I'm not going to explain them a lot here, but yeah. So I think it warrants a new game, a new playthrough here, and I'm not using any mods because all the mods are pretty much broken temporarily. It's not very hard to fix them, but right off the bat, a lot of them will be broken, or all of them, and you know, I don't want to wait that long to start. So we're gonna play without mods. I might add some in later, like smaller ones, you know, like Farl and stuff. But yeah, so you might be noticing already, these trees have different graphics. They have different leaves fall when you chop them, and then when you actually are done chopping them, things fall on the ground. It is quite different. A lot of things are very different. So I need to go grab some stone, and I went through a few map spawns, and this one is not bad. We have quite a lot of resources except for coal. We don't have any coal, and that's gonna actually be a problem. Is that we don't really have any coal, and I mean, we have some. We have a little bit here, but once that runs out, there's not much anywhere else to speak of around here. I explored. Actually, there's some coal here, it looks like, and there's only one spawner here, so that's a possibility. As for settings, I set the biters, the size of the base, and the frequency. I set everything for the biters. I set all three settings for the biters up by 1, so they're on high. They're not on very high, but they're on high. And you know, give a little challenge, and yeah, and then for resources, I left everything on normal except I put water to small, which isn't very apparent based on our starting area. I was getting a lot of starting areas with like tons and tons of water, which is nice and all, but I don't know, it makes it a little difficult to build. And I don't know, I almost feel like it's cheating. Well, not cheating, but I feel like I'm kind of cheaping out on the difficulty when I have tons of water. I mean, this is pretty easy to fortify, but some of the ones were like, there was one corridor that I needed to fortify, period, and that's the only thing. And it's like, I kind of feel like that's a little bit cheaty. So, you idiot. Okay, so I don't know why I'm smelting this. I don't want to smelt this. That's what happens when I talk during this, and I actually haven't played the early game for quite a while. But I know everyone's seen this. This part isn't different. I was gonna skip it, like I was gonna do it off camera, but well, I actually didn't have time, and also I wanted to take the time to kind of explain what's going on and what's, you know, what the deal is. So yeah, what was it? Okay, so the resources, I left everything on normal, the water is on small, and I put oil. I bumped the frequency of it up by 1. The richness is still default, and the reason I do this is oil seems to be something I'm always out of. Like, always. I go through it so damn fast, and honestly, I don't really enjoy the process of going and getting more oil, like, via train through the barrels and stuff. That's just not something... I don't know, I just don't find that part enjoyable. I mean, I love going out and making outposts for other resources. The oil is just something that I'm not really interested in. So I put it up a notch just to, you know, try to avoid that. We have quite a bit of it. But, yeah, so the end game, you used to just have your rocket defense, which was almost kind of a placeholder. It didn't even really have a normal image once you placed it down, a sprite. But now you build a rocket silo, which is a huge thing. It's like 12 by 12. It's pretty expensive, and then you have to like feed tons of different parts into it to like build rocket parts and like actually build a rocket in it, and then it launches. It's pretty damn awesome. I show that in my overview video, and you know, I'm not going to go over all the changes here again because I went over them there. You can look on the forums. Because it would take quite a while, but yeah, so there's like the destroyer and distractor capsules, their sprites themselves have been updated, and then the animation of the shooting for the destroyers have been totally changed. They like shoot like electricity and actually do electricity damage now. The regular magazine and piercing rounds haven't been changed visually. All the weapons have been changed visually, as you can see, and the ammo for them, except these first two have been changed visually. You know, rockets make a really cool sound when they shoot now. There's tons of stuff. I mean, it was like a 30-minute video overview, and I didn't even go over a lot of the stuff. So yeah, definitely check that out. Okay, so I think... Is there a reason we can't get Steam right now? Not really, aside from the fact we just need a little copper. And, you know, that's easy enough. We have some copper right here. So yeah. It's not really what I wanted, but alrighty. So once we get that, we can start setting up some power. Just very, very simple power. I like... Was that a bug? No, it was a tree stump. It looked like it was moving. And one important thing is they've made a lot of optimizations to the game in terms of like belts and inserters and trains and stuff. And it pretty much runs like 66% is what the thing said of like what it normally did. Like not 60%, 66% worse, but like 66% of the demand, like computer-wise. So based on the patch notes, they said the game runs like 3 times faster. So you can pretty much build, essentially, theoretically, build factories that are like 3 times the size of what you normally could, you know, before you would just start lagging all to hell and back. But so that's a huge thing for people. I've seen some factories out there that are just like so massive I can't even imagine building them, and they like had like 4 FPS. But in this version, the devs actually tested a few, and they got like 20 or 30 FPS, which for a game like Factorio really isn't that bad. So I don't think I'm doing... Stop it. That's not the right ratios, but is this even where I want Steam power? I'm just like talking and not even... We have a big base here, small one here, or the tip of a big one. See some guys over here, over here, over here. There's a small one here. Well, damn. I don't know that I want to piss them off. I don't want it in the middle of my base. I hate doing that. I really don't like doing that. Not that way. I could go out this way. Not really going to build much over there, I don't think. Because I've already kind of planned out. I want to build some stuff over here. I mean, of course I'm going to build stuff here, but I think this is potentially a decent spot to build power. If I do it correctly, which is always a question. Or I could do it like down here. That's really gonna piss them off more though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it here. And yeah, so and there was like stone bricks actually, if I have some, can actually be placed. I don't know if you can mine it. If you can't, I'm just gonna put it here. So you can actually mine it up, which kind of sucks. I'm glad I didn't go spamming it down. But yeah, that is like what is that, like stone path? And it increases the driving speed and walking speed when you're on top of it. And then there's also concrete you can make, which is even better. If you can see that little bit of a speed up, it's a little hard to tell with one, but it increases it by like 20% or something, 30%, something like that. Do I need more copper? I'm not sure. Maybe. Let's go get more coal and iron. Throw on some power and try to get things automated a little bit here. Nice. Got plenty of everything really except stone, which I can go grab. But yeah, I'm super excited. I hope... Wow. Damn it. I hope you guys are super excited for this. I mean, things will be honestly pretty much the same up until like, well, I don't know, what, Blue Science or something. But I mean, graphics will be different. The combat's different. Laser turrets and gun turrets, that's a big one. They, shit, I don't know where I want to put this power. Down here is more out of the way, but, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Doing it over here. I want to do it up here or this away. I think over here is better. But yeah, laser turrets and gun turrets have different graphics. They might have different shooting animations. I'm not sure. They cost more and do more damage. So it's a lot of stuff that's changed, to say the least. So let me see here. Oh, great. Yeah, because that's what I wanted. Of course, I did not take into consideration the distance at which we'll have to transport the coal. That is a long-ass way. You know what? Changed my mind. Again. See, this is why I would have done this off screen, but yeah. You know what happens? It's only one video. The rest of them will be moving along pretty good. Killing stuff. I want to actually try to kill this base somewhat quickly, because I know that's coal right over here, the tip of it anyways, and we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that pretty bad. So this video might actually be about up, and what I'm gonna do, something a little different with this Let's Play. I did a little bit in my total depletion one, but not until later. Aside from this boring part, I'm going to cut out some of the boring parts of work. So yeah, I'm gonna, cut out parts that are just kind of busy work, which would be this. Again, I apologize. I don't have time to do that because I have to go in like 10 minutes. But I really wanted to get a video done. I'm so excited to play this. But yeah, so I'm just going to kind of cut out parts that aren't interesting, like maybe setting a few things up that aren't super important, going and finding resources, all that type of stuff. Okay, so we have power, no water. We have none water. Why? Oh, right, no, we do have water, sorry. We have no performance. Obviously, that's hardly any coal, but this is a lot closer, and it's still kind of out of the way. I'm a little bit... I'm very afraid. It's already hitting those dudes. Perhaps I should have said large starting area. I'm gonna get screwed. I'm gonna warn you right up front, guys. There's the potential for us to lose. Sooner than anticipated. I should have done a large starting area. I really should have. I mean, it's already hitting these guys, kind of. I need, like, walls, just, like, so much. I need so many walls. And gun turrets. And everything. So, next episode, I'm going to end this here. Next episode, or in between, rather, I'm going to get some research done. I think a little bit, you know, just simple stuff like the gun turrets, for one. Little timer icons changed. You notice these haven't, the icons. Military walls. I might do a little bit of that off screen. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, I'm going to need a lot of defenses. Like over here, we have no pollution here, but these guys are going to be coming after us, I think, pretty quickly. And walling this off is going to be, well, not easy. I'm going to have to, like, come up and over to here, and that's a lot of wall. So yeah, I'm going to deal with some of this stuff off screen between next episode and this one. But yeah, that's going to be it. And one last thing, I think these episodes, if I can record them, enough of them in advance, these episodes will be coming out every day. I'm hoping. It really depends if I can record them enough in advance. That's quite a bit to do in advance, along with everything else. But I'm going to try my best. So that's going to be it, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I do hope you enjoyed and are looking forward to, you know, to the future of this playthrough. I think it's going to be quite fun exploring all the new things, testing stuff out, and yeah, seeing all the new content. But until then, I look forward to seeing you all, and take care.